Okay, YouTube, sorry about that. We lost connectivity on Ustream, so this recording will end up being in 2 parts. Huh. I hope I didn't lose the first part, actually, because it didn't ask me to save my recording. Wouldn't that be a crime? Well, anyway, we're going to carry on. We got a bunch of people here live. Yeah, I think the frog chewed into a cable or something. Oh, mercy. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to put down, this is golden fine iridescent silver. This is all dry on the plate, right? Look how cool my brayer looks. She's so pretty. And I'm going to put down a layer of silver. In my head, I know what this looks like, but in reality, I never know until I pull the print. So this could be really cool or go horribly wrong. But I'm going to pull the cleanup print. I'm going to pull it through a mask. So this is the bubbles mask. And I'm going to pull it on black paper. Hey, Janice. That might be too much paint on there for a cleanup print. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick up just a little bit of that. Right? And then I'm going to go back and grab this. And this little bit should pull those bits up. We'll see. I could have just hosed it all up. Who the hell knows? And a cleanup print, I usually really press extra hard for an extra long time because I want that wet paint to marry that dry, crusty bits and yank it off like a band-aid. And leave me with a clean plate. Uh-oh, something just happened. Error, this redirect failed. Make sure the client web authorization login are on and all your app domains are valid. What the hell is that? That was a Facebook window flew up there. You guys still see me and hear me? All kind of technical difficulties tonight. All right, I'm going to peek to see if I think I'm getting it. Let's go for it and see what we got. Huh. Well, it's interesting, and again, not what I thought it was going to be, but each one of those little circles has its own little bit of yumminess in there. See the PBO shining in there and the silver shining. It's very shiny. But I like how it's got that white halo around each one where the paint pulled up when it didn't come off when I just lightly touched it, right? All right, so this one isn't a clean print. I didn't want it to be a clean print. I just wanted to pick up some of the excess paint. And then that's what left these halos of silver in each one of those designs because I didn't push it down good enough. That's kind of cool though. Here you can see some of the copper scales in there showing up. Right? Focus. Focus, baby, focus. I like that one. I think that would look quite nice ripped up in a collage. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to do this sit on Gelli because that same goodness should be underneath there, right? So I'm going to put that down. Classic Patti. What did I do? Oh, lordy. I'm just going to clean this off on the back of here. For whatever comes off of there. It's probably mostly dry. Oh, no, actually. Of course it's not. Oh, look at that. See if you can see that fine design in there. Come on. There we go. See that? All that little bit of all the cleanup goodness. Come on. Focus. I command you to focus. Well, I guess you can see it, right? That looks pretty cool in person when it can get the whole thing shining. It's very shiny. Mama liked that one. But look at all this goodness. All right, let's see. What haven't we done? What haven't I done? Well, I have used the Target's mask yesterday, but I didn't use the Target stencil. You can try that one. You know what? I'm going to go back to the ultras, and I'm not sure the base of this. I used these on my jelly plate before though, and they were good. That can't be right. Let me just do a little bit of this Snapdragon, a little bit of African Jade. Lots of stuff in the silver. Yeah. Picks up every little thing. Now this is probably going to be too much paint. Dumbass. Oops. Did I say that out loud? Let me just dispose of some of that yumminess, which kills me to do it. But it must be done. That out of the way. Yeah, the deli paper, Gigi, sometimes makes it look like that because it crinkles when it gets wet. And like this one here. See all those crinkles in that? That was just because the deli paper crinkled and left that paint looking like a zebra stripe. Which, oh man, look at that shine on the paint. Can you guys see that? No, not like I can see it here. Too bad for you. It's lovely. I'm going to use, I don't want to, what do I want to do? I guess it doesn't matter. We'll just go with what I was going to go with, which is this one. Oops, I put it down crooked. Darn it. I'm going to pull that on black. And I'm going to do a light touch because I think I got too much paint. I think it's just going to make it blurry if I really smush it in there at this point. Let me see. Oh, look at you. I just want to drink these paints. I know I shouldn't, and I won't. Don't email me. Look at you, lover. That's the goodness of ultra metallics that are made with the primary elements from colorart.com. Yum! All right, let me try picking this up on Deli. And let me see what I get off of this. I don't know if this is going to be too sheer. I'm going to take another piece. I'm going to make me a double-decker sandwich because if either one of these turn out really good and I want to use them on my collages, I won't be seeing through the deli. Oh, now look how pretty my stencil is. See how this has that dendritic, is that what it is? That look to it on these spots where the deli paper, you can see it wrinkled on here. See what happens to it when it gets wet? And then when it pulls, the paint is underneath of those little gathers in the paper, and it causes zebra prints to happen. Oh, look at you. Oh, you shiny. Very shiny. Look at, I got some copper mermaid scales down here in the corner that pulled. Good old crusty bits. Ooh, Mama like you. All right, let's see. I haven't done a couple of these. This one's called Don't Quote Me. Somebody asked me for something like this one time, and it was just in my head, and I threw it out there. Honestly, I can't say this is my favorite. However, if you are a card maker and ever do little like kitty kind of cartoony cards and stuff and need a little bubble to put a stamp a little saying in or something that a character's saying, I thought that would be cute. So let's just do something. Let's do something. Remember, I tap my fingers when I'm thinking. Now Patti has to use the daddy vans of this print so we can see through the circles. Oh, Lord. Well, the deli I used it on it doesn't work. It resists the daddy van. So you're safe from that, Eileen. It's the other, it's the Dixie wrap is the one that goes really translucent with the daddy vans. Yes, it does. So again, anybody new that joined, it's summer 20. Can you see that? No. Oh, wait a minute. Can you? My window's all screwed up now from when I had my little mishap. Oh, no, you can see it. I'm still in frame. Just my window's out of frame. Summer 20 is the coupon code for iStencils.com. It's good through Monday night at midnight Eastern time, by the way. Yeah, so, sorry, I got distracted. Squirrel! 20% off with the code SUMMER20. And if you purchase an order, if you order $50 or more, you get two things. You get, if at least one of those designs in your $50 is one of mine, you get the free Aztec Sun mask, which I'm rifling through the stack to show you. Right there. You get this free mask if you spend $50 or more, and at least one design in the $50 is mine. And you also, if you're in the US, you get free shipping. That's what you get. All right. Okay. So let's do the quotes. What are we going to do the quotes in? Just to show you guys these paints, I'll do them in these. These are the PBO Artist quality. What are they called? Extra fine. Hello. All right. Going to be difficult. Artist acrylics. That white band, it says extra fine. It's apparently not going to focus. So again, you're just going to have to trust me. Oh, that ticks me off. This one is gold green. This one is blue violet. And I'm just going to, we're going to do a gradient of those on here and see what happens. And these are pretty thick too. Blue violet, I figured that couldn't be bad, right? But see how thick they are? Like, look at that texture coming up on that. And even on my brayer. But if you keep working it, you can get it kind of flattened out there. That's pretty good. And then this one, I'm going to try to brayer this. So I'm just getting the blue. I'm using half my brayer to get it, the blue down here on the edge by itself, and then I'm going to work my way up and kind of get that little gradient thing going there. I don't know why I really like the gradient thing. I do. Okay, so this is Don't Quote Me. And these do have an odor to them, I can tell you that. These are very shiny. Let's say that's just another one I had with the, I can't remember who asked me about something like this, about a template for cards or something. I mean, honestly, I don't know that I'll ever use that stencil myself, but I try to please the masses. You know what, let's do this. Just playing here. I'm going to pick up all the stuff. I'm going to do a reverse patina print. Oh, you're talking about polymer clay tiles. I know, I've been itching to get back to those. Don't have a whole lot of time, I gotta tell you. Alright, that's a pretty clean pull. They are really shiny paints though. Shiny, shiny. Okay, now I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna grab a piece of this jelly here that's laying. And I'm going to lay this on the back here. Just blot off the back of this one. Right? And I'm going to put black over this. Let's see what happens. I'm 60 years old. Why is this funny? Oh, sweet loving Moses. Oh, Lord. Oh, shit. I don't know why it is. It just is. So now I'm going to get this spread out. And then I'm going to go back. And with just the weight of the brayer, I'm not going to push on it. I'm going to pick up. I'm going to pick up excess paint, and I don't know if this is going to work because it might be too much. The black might be covering too much of the, yeah. Well, we'll see. We shall see. I'm just going to pull it on Gelli. Oh, Nisha, you're doing boxes too? With the clay tiles? I love those. A kid at heart or complete idiot. One or the other. Depends how you look at it. What the hell, you gotta laugh. I don't worry about stuff like that. Hey, Ange. How you doing, hon? We were talking about you earlier, saying you would like the Punchinella stencil for all your art journaling purposes. Let's see. I don't think that's going to pull off enough. I'm going to let that sit a second. Sit a spell. This is the one they were talking about, Ange, with all the different versions of Punchinella on here. And cleverly enough, it's called Punchinella. What do you know? That didn't really work. I wasn't sure how it would work with those paints anyway. Using these, right, instead of my other ones, and doing the black last instead of first. It is what it is. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Right? Not every pull can be bourgeois. So, oh, hang on. I love that little bits of shiny paint on there. Look at that, how pretty that blue is up there. And the green. Oh, you know what? That, hang on. Hold on a minute. Isn't that funny? So, this one is gold green. And this is acting like an interference color. See how green this is here and here? But look on here when this is the same paint. How yellow it is on that white when it was first pulled. But when it's backed with the black paint, you see the green bits of it instead of the, it's magical. And a little confusing at the same time. All right, I'm going to do a cleanup because this is getting pretty funky. And then, oh, maybe we'll play with the oxides again. What time is it? I got a half an hour. All right, let's do just the standard basic cleanup print. I'm going to go tight and buff, just like I like my man and my coffee. Oh, mercy. Or really tight and buff. Let's not get totally stupid. All right, just depends on how you enunciate. So for cleanup print, all the bits on the plate need to be dry. And then you put a thin layer, which I seem to be incapable of doing. A thin layer of whatever color paint you want on there. I kind of like tight and buff on there because I think it looks better than just stark white when you pull it. That's just me. Gives a warmness to the background. So I'm going to pull this on Gelli because it might be real collagey. Hey, Jean, there she is. All right. Now you can start to see this. Who was it that said something about the dendritic look? See where that's starting to pucker on there? That's probably not going to focus with that. There you go. You see it. There you go. There you go. See that? That's just when that Gelli gets wet. That's what it does. And that's going to leave some residue of that same kind of print on the plate. Even though this is a cleanup print, because there's texture in it, it's not making full contact. So it's going to leave little tiny bits of paint on there. Trust me, I'm telling you it will. If it doesn't, I'm going to jump in the sump pump with the frog. So extra hard pushing, extra long pushing for a cleanup print. Get that paint, pick up all those little bits, and it's not yet. It's tricky sometimes to get a good cleanup print with Gelli, I must tell you, but when you do, it's magical because it's really cool in collage. Oh, there we go. That's cleaning up pretty good. See, so it's just a mishmash of whatever little bits were on the plate, and it just sucked it all off of there. You can see previous design shapes in there. This one isn't particularly gorgeous, but has little areas of magic in it that can be used. And then see what happened up here where I was showing you where the paint was puckering? It left behind that little bit of stuff. Let me try to see if I can pull that up. Might be too dry. Did we do the public service announcement for Ange this evening if Patti doesn't mind? I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Not yet, Jean. Would you do it if Patti doesn't mind? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't mind too much of anything. So I'm going to guess I wouldn't mind, but I have no idea what you're all talking about. You mind if I do a public service amount to help Ange out? Not at all. I have no idea what you're talking about, but hell no, I'll help Ange if I can. All right. I'm going to take a baby wipe and try to get a little bit more of that up, and then we'll go crazy with the distress inks. I like those distress inks, actually. We are sharing PayPal for Ange to donate if people wish to help. Should I read that out loud? I don't know if you want that widespread. So she's off work without pay with major medical bills. We're trying to help her out a bit. Go to PayPal, friends and family, and then type in her email and put in the amount that you want to donate. Excellent. Squeaky clean. Right, that's what I thought, Jean. I didn't want to broadcast her email address out to any Looney Tunes that may be. Man, this is crusted up here. All right, we're going to call that good enough for now. Lordy. Okay. Let's do, what are we going to do? Let's try this. The one I did last night, I kind of went overboard with the inks, but I did that on purpose because I wanted to see how they would layer and layer and layer and layer. And then I splattered it with some gold watercolor. And they still look kind of cool. I was saying they look kind of like raku pottery. Right? But they didn't, you'd think what I did to it, it would have been all brown. But when you dry the layers in between, you can see I used that Outback Star mask underneath of there. But it was layers and layers and layers, so we kind of lost it. But you can still see the shadow of it. This time, I'm going to use this, because this is a little bit more pronounced, or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what I want to call it. It's a little bit more something. It's busier. Oh, you don't like PayPal, Denise? Good Lord, I live on PayPal. Okay. All right, let's just grab some stuff here. I'm just going to do some smushy smudges here and there and everywhere. This is what we did last night, sort of ish. Oh, contamination. Crap. That didn't happen last night, but it did tonight. What do you know? I'm going to try to clean that off because that's my favorite freaking color. There we go. All is well with the world. I'm going to keep that handy because I know I'll do that again. Okay, and then I'm going to spritz it a little bit. With some water. And I'm just going to leave it like that for this pull. And I'm going to use cardstock again. That seemed to handle the inks pretty good. So let's see what happens. There's some that that are new that I still haven't even demoed yet. I should at least show them, huh? This is called Squiggles. Kind of a little, I don't even know what that is. It might be sperm. I'm not sure. And then this Diamond Dots. Another kind of punchinella-ish thing with some shape to it. This one is called Pleats. And it kind of looks 3D when you print it. This one looks 3D too. It looks like, it's hard to see it. We just looked at the stencil, but it looks like they're steps almost that go up. Diamond-shaped steps. This one is called Sound Waves. And this is a cool one. This one's called Split Peas. Paula, if you'd like to interject new names for any of them, please feel free. Oh, hell, I forgot this is on here. Oh, look at that. See, some of it bleeds under. Some of it doesn't. Oh, Mama like that. Let me pick this up too. That's cool looking, isn't it? And that's just a little bit on there, right? I'm going to pick up more of that and try to clean this off on here. And of course on my hands, but who cares at this point? Please remind you of a building. Are you feeling better, Ange? I sure hope so, because I know you've been feeling pretty rough. Hey, Jean, as my best friend always tells me, bite me. She's making fun of my same colors. I'm going to layer. So this is my cool color. Next is going to go the warm colors. Eileen, don't laugh at her. Hang on. Take on. Coming up. I like this just like it is. They are, I know, they are pretty, right, Jean? You can't deny it. All right. So now, let's see, how do I want to do this? So this, if I put this down like this again, then I want this one up here, right? Yeah, like that. Okay. Will I remember that? Probably not. So let's do some hotsy-totsy colors. This is more lipstick. And I want this. Where's my orange one? Oh, it's over here holding down my paper. I want the orange, the spice marmalade. That's a good one too. I like that. And I even like the fossilized amber. Which I'm not a big yellow, especially a muted yellow person, but oh shit. Hang on. That's what you say to your husband? That's Gail tells everybody that. Packing of the wound every 8 hours. Good Lord. God bless you. I hope that passes quickly for you. All right, a little spritzeroni. Last time I was actually, you know what? I think I'm going to do that. Hang on. I'm gonna brayer this and let it get beaded up more, so it's not a whole layer over top of this layer. You know what I mean? So see what it does? It does that. Oh, wow. That's quite the mess. And I'm now rolling it on my shirt. So how was I going to do that? This way, right? Like this. And then this goes on there. And it's not going to line up exactly, but I'm going to try to keep it so that image of that mask keeps coming through. When my friend Gail retired, there was maybe 100 and some people at a retirement dinner we went to, and her boss got up and was giving a speech, and then he said, if you, for those of you who know Gail and have worked with Gail, if she's ever said bite me to you, raise your hand. Everybody in the room raised their hand. Dairy Queen Blizzard, what the hell are you people talking about? You know how I like ice cream. What's the matter with you? Oh, yummy. Mama like you. All right, let's, look at you, dirty dog. Let's try to put you on top of this little ghosty deal. Which way do you go? Oh, it's going to be backwards. Oh, well, that's okay. Maybe we'll get another. It's just experimentation, right? What can go wrong? Do not answer that. All right. We dry this. Well, poor Dave's going to be running out for some ice cream tonight, I think. I really like these. So I don't know, do I want to do more? Of course I do. But look at some of these areas where you, look at that. I think that's kind of yummy. I'm going to do another one. But what colors? Should we do the muted colors? I think it could use more orange in there. I'm going to do the orange on here. I'm going to do it differently this time. I'm going to do and some of the pink. Oh, that went coral because guess why? Can you guess why? Oh, look how pretty that is, though. They need to come out with that color. Maybe a little more yellow in here. Do I have anywhere to put it without screwing myself up? Little papa, do you here and here? All right, that's good enough. Now this, I'm just going to spritz it a little bit. And I'm not going to smush it. I mean, roll it. And I'm going to put this back on. How does that go? That way. Okay. Uh-oh. Did I dry them? I didn't dry them, did I? I think they were maybe dry enough. We'll see soon. If I got mud, they weren't dry enough. Whoa. That's a lot of orange. Now I've got to put some more turquoise back on there. Dry this. But I think what I'm going to do this time for the last layer, I'm going to make it a little more muted and spotty again. Oh, mercy. Look at you. Now this, I'm wiping this off my stencils because this is water activated, and whatever I do in the future with this, it's going to reactivate that, I think, and mess up. Well, might make it better, but in most cases it's going to come out muddy at some point. So these I do wipe off when I use the I don't even know what I was saying. Crap. Okay, I'm going to put my blues, my broken china. All right, put that here and there. My pistachio. And a little bit of purple. I don't know where. Push that in here somewhere. Oopsie. The chat's just rolling. I can't keep up right now. I'm too into what I'm doing. I know, it's sad. All right. I'm going to spritz. A little bit of extra spritz. And then I'm going to roll and let it bead up. See how it beads up a little bit more? So now I can, oops, where's my mask? That goes this way, right? No, do I want to do that again? No, I don't think I want the mask. I want it to just kind of catch some dots wherever it catches some dots. Oh, hell, now it's all. Okay, this might be a disaster, but we're going to try it anyway. I just want little droplets. One too far, I think. Crap. Crappity crap. I'd say shit, but I don't know who's listening. Okay, that didn't work out as planned, but I don't know what I'm going to do to make that any better. That kind of got a little cray-cray. See, knowing when to stop is half the battle. All right. What do I want to put in there? The purple looks pretty bright. I want to brighten it up through the middle. So let's do a little purple in there. And what else? Is that all? I don't want to put yellow close to the purple because that's going to go brown on me. So let's do this. Let's put this back in play. Yes? No? Maybe? I don't know. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem just right. Let's add some more of this. Alright, that goes this way, right? Alright, one more try. This might totally destroy it, or it might come back looking pretty cool. Oh, sorry, now I see it said, or we said faded jeans. Yeah, I didn't use that, did I? And we've gone too far. Never can leave well enough alone, can we? I don't know why that went so brown, though. You think faded jeans, even on top of this mishmash, will pull it out, Z? I shall give it a try. At this point, what's the worst that can happen? But it was all the same kind of colors, though, right? I don't know. I've lost control. I'm going to do this again because I want to try to preserve those shapes if possible. Well, it's no worse. It's more blue. That's better. Try to lift off some of this. Whoa. Oh, you poor homely looking thing. So here's this. Yeah, that's getting quite, we've gone too far. Back that truck up. Too late to back it up. But I'm going to splatter the living bejesus out of this with some maybe silver and gold. Looks cool up in here and across here. Got a little cray-cray down in here. Right in here. Even still, there are little pieces of genius in here if you tore out a little hunk. Oh, it's the same stencil and a pop of black. Interesting. See, that's why I keep you people here with me. That's why I keep you here. So let me see if the stencil is the same size as the mask, if this would line up. I'm going to move this plate out of my way. Yep, this way. Nope. Which the hell way is it? This way. Is that what you meant to do, Denise? Oh, yeah. Tara asked why the creamer paints were superior. Well, I don't know, other than that they're really nice and creamy. I'll show them to you in just a minute. Let me get this out of my way. I'm just going to blot a little black paint here on my paper. It'll dry overnight. Lovely. I know you're laughing with me. Okay, I'm going to blot some of this off. And let's see what happens here. What's the worst that could happen? The only part I don't like about this is that it's going to cover up some of the really cool parts. But it must be done. Pounce. More pouncing, less talking. The paper's kind of warped under here from all the water on the cardstock, but we'll try to make do. It may be really nice. All right, we'll see how good a job I did, or if I really hosed it up. Da 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 da. It came out okay, but it's not. It's so dull down here with all the inks on it now. I'm not sure that's a win still. Hang on, let me. But it ain't over yet. I'm going to splat the hell out of that with some gold and silver. See if we can pull her back from the edge. I really like this design though, because I'm a circle girl. Circulator. All right. I'm going to hit this with a little heat gun. Amelia, you should put your link to your YouTube channel out there for everybody. I got these Kremer paints really quickly too. They're made in Germany, but they just happen to have a shop in New York. New York City. Yep, so I'm going to move this out of the way. See, it's got gold spots from last night. Summer 20 is the code. 20% off the entire site. $50 order gets you a free mask, assuming at least one of your stencils is mine. If not, poo-poo on you. You don't get the free mask. And orders of $50 ship for free in the US. I'm going to put that out of the way. Here's those Kremer watercolors, Paula. Well, everybody, but I know Paula was interested in them. These are the ones that I got. Right, and we shall just splat away here. I'm going to grab this. This is the bigger silver black velvet. I want to say black label. That's beer. Hello. I had you. There it is. This is the number 12. And these are, I like these brushes actually, pretty much. Oh, Paula, let me show you this brush I got from that. Oh, crap. Dominoes. All my paint bottles just went over. Lord, Lord, Lord. I wanted to show you one of the brushes I got from that site too, Paula. This is a Dr. George Kremer. That's the name of the watercolors, right? Apparently he's a doctor of art. And this is a number 8. But look how long the, like compared to this, how long the bristles are. So I'm anxious to try this. Of course, the way I use watercolors, I don't think I could use a scrub brush. I think you get the same effect. All right, so let's, there it is. Let's juice up a little bit of these lighter ones here. And even spraying the water on them, you can see the pigment start to cream up and move. but they really lift up and they really melt. Really nicely. So here we go. Is it possible to overdo it? I don't know. I'm going to throw some silver out there too. Wow. All right, they're going to be shinier once they dry. So I'm going to set that aside and I'll show you a little peek at that tomorrow. But I'm going to grab, because I know there's some watercolor people out here. I'm going to, oh, I love that it's almost 8, it is 8 o'clock and it's still bright, sunny outside. We're going to go eat on the deck when I get done here in a few minutes. This is pretty down here where the Lindy's all mixed up. Well, I forget the name of it. I have to do my charts. They each had a little label and little bag with a label on it. And I wrote down the order they were in, but I didn't have a time to do the chart yet. But it looks like it. It looks like a coppery, rosy, more rosy than copper. And this one's called a glitter bronze, I think. And these are all different kinds of gold. That's silver. That's pearl. Let me just juice them up here. We'll just do a little. I've been dying to do this anyway. But you know what? I should probably scoop these. Well, I'm not going to do that now on camera. I'll figure that out later. All right. Now, I don't know how these are going to show on white. But we're going to find out. These really are creamy. This one's silver. I don't know if you can see that, but I can see the shimmer on there. Let's do some black while we're at it. This isn't watercolor paper. And of course now I've got to back up. Oh, hello lover. Look at you, my little silver friend. This is the pearl. They look similar, but that is whiter. The pearl is whiter, where that one's more silvery. All right. This one, this is the one I splattered on both of these. These are really pigmented. You know, some golds, when watercolor, when you put it down, it's hang on, let me bring in a little bit more. They're kind of transparent, as some watercolors are, but I mean, it makes it look like they're kind of not that pigmented. This is a darker gold. I'll do this again when I go to make my swatch card and tell you what the names of them are if you like any of them. Wow. You can see the pigment running there. This one's darker yet. Wow. Keep saying wow. Yeah, CB, you guys saw me do it, didn't you? That's where we ended up. I'll show you. Wow. Keep saying wow. This one's a little coppery, I think. Wow. Okay, you're starting to sound like a simpleton. But I am so easily entertained that it's... I don't know what to tell you. This has more red in it. This is the first time I'm swatching these. I only used that little bit of gold before. For the one I did last night. They came in and I haven't had a chance to play, which is so rude. Some of these are pretty close in color, but I like to use a lot of gold, so I figure they last me my lifetime. I'm good with that. This one, I really like the looks of this one. And I don't know if this is considered, I think this is considered like a rosy gold, but I don't think it's called that. Oh. Hello, lover. Wait till CC sees this one. CCC. Of course, it's not coming up right on the paper. Showing you that. No, that doesn't look as good as it looks in person. So this is this pinky russet kind of colored one. Let's see what this is. And if you guys follow Anna Victoria Calderon on Skillshare or her Instagram, it's Anna Victoria Calderon. Oh my God, you should see this one. Oh, oh, hello, lover. You're not going to be able to tell that, but it's got a red pigment in it that pops when you hit it a certain way. She did, she's got pictures on Instagram where she has a Kremer palette, but it's a different palette. I think it's called, is it the not pastels. What the hell is it called? They have two palettes that include some of the metallics. I bought these as separate pans, but one of them is called Retouching Gold, and it has one of the rows is full of gold pigments and some silver and pearl, I think. And the other row is what turned me off about it, because it was like a red and a yellow and a couple earth tones, like maybe a skin tone-ish kind of palette. It didn't grab me. So I thought, well, I don't want to get some of these and the rest of the ones I'll never even dip into. And then the palette that Anna Victoria has is, what the hell is it called? Pearl palette. It's the pearls. And it has some of these, and then some of the ones that are the blue, like the interference colors. I got them from Kremer, KREMER.com. So this is stunning in person. It's like it's not granulating, but different pigments are settling at different angles. Can you guys see the color variation in there? Mama may be going back there. That is stunning. And when at an angle, the top of that goes all gold. This reddish one here, the second one from the end. I'll try to show you that. And of course, it's not going to pick it up right. But that, oh my goodness. It's not as obvious on here on the watercolor paper as it is on this black bond paper. But here you can even see the pearl now. Look how mirror-like that is. That's the pearl. And that one's silver. Wow, look at the shine in those babies. And then the different golds. These aren't all the way dry yet, so sometimes they're even shinier when they're dry. Whoa. Wow. That one right there. Okay. I'm going to go eat. Oh, I'm running over my time limit I put on myself. Look at my pretty water now. Can you see all the gold bits in there? Put a little umbrella in there, and there's my watercolor cocktail. All right, kids. Thanks for hanging in. I'm going to bail out and go eat something with my hubs. And I will be back. God help me. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. I'm going to jump on for a while. Still not a big fan of this, although I do like those spots. They're just for you, Jean. But it does help it, you know. Here's the one with just the gold on it from last night. All right, so there you go. All right, guys. Thank you so much for putting up with me. And me and Prince the Frog will bid you a fond good night. Now, I have no idea, since we crashed earlier and I had to start the recording over. I don't know if it saved my first video or not. I've got a feeling it didn't, because it didn't ask me to name it. So we'll deal with that. Let me go stop the recording. So bye-bye, YouTube.